Hello, welcome to the weekly uh, coverage of the Novice Division, done by Ghost. Uh, Funnily enough, I'm Ghost. How are you all doing today? I'm doing brilliantly, thank you for asking. In this week we will cover the games between Seattle Battle Cattle and One Trick Wonders, Geometric and Wisdom Academy, and finally Edinburgh versus Hyperflex. Disclaimer, I've not seen the Edinburgh and Hyperflex game all the way through, only Regen Tower and Busan. My apologies if I say anything incorrectly. Yeah, so we'll go over the SBC game first because I have someone on it who should be ready on a call to join me. Hello, Blue Hatred.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. I'm already recording because I forgot the hotkey for pausing.
No worries.
So you're the manager of SBC, correct?
I'm manager and head coach.
And head coach, Dan.
Yes.
So
Sorry, go on.
you took a 3-0 loss to OTW with one draw, correct?
Yes. So our manager recently left to go and play for
Powerhouse.
somebody else.
Powerhouse in advanced,
Uh,
I think.
Sorry, what was
I
that?
think it was Powerhouse in advanced.
Yes, it was. And I was asked if I would take the role because no one else was really able to put the time commitment in, so I accepted, and here I am.
Yeah, so I know how stressful the job is because I was a manager, if you didn't know.
What was that?
I
Sorry.
used to be the manager of the Edinburgh Monarchs.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so are you ready to do the questions?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to win at least 2 games over the Swiss. Really, and for then you to qualify for playoffs, you need to hope that at most Hyperflex gets 1 win and OTW 0. How does that make you feel considering you're going up against Wisdom?
I think the team as a whole, we're definitely nervous about it, but the laws of probability state that it's possible, and I think we can do it. I think we've been planning for a while, kind of knowing what we're going to do. We've been improving week on week on week, so I think it's possible, and I know my guys can do it. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I mean, especially Eidolon and Lanix, those two stepped up massively.
Yeah, our DPS line is very much some of our strongest. Lanix has got an incredible flexibility, and Eidolon's probably one of the strongest sombras in the league, in my opinion. So yeah, I think they're definitely going to be our main driving force going forwards. But we've recently picked up a new main tank in Savage Kidney, and he's been working really well. And a couple of other bits and pieces that we've been picked up over the season are starting to really come together now, and we're really starting to formulate a good plan and con.
Well, that's good to hear. So that kind of leads into my second question of the Swiss bracket potentially provides the last chance for the team to prove themselves this season. Are you more nervous or excited?
I think it's a mix of both. I think there's definitely this is our chance. This is our opportunity now. And I think the new patch that has just gone through massively helps our team. We've been experimenting with that and some new compositions that we think will work. So I think with that we could potentially make a Washington Justice miracle run.
That would be impressive to say the least. And my final question is, you were heavy favourites coming into the season, right? I don't think there was any doubt about that. Yet you're now the closest to being eliminated before playoffs. How are you disappointed, or are you excited that you can be on the SBC that rectifies it?
For me personally, I think it's definitely an excitement to rectify that. I wasn't with the team at the start of the season. I came halfway through. So I'm unsure on how heavy we were kind of favorited and that kind of thing. But I think it's taken us these 2-3 weeks to kind of get everybody onto the same playing field and everybody to the point and level of all the other teams that have had a massive advantage over the fact that they, like, for example, Wisdom have had like 5 more weeks than us to prepare and that kind of thing, with their full roster. So I think going into this, I think we stand a good chance. I think we're gonna play our best. We're gonna play what we know, and we're gonna try and do a miracle run. And I'm sure my guys can definitely do that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Wisdom can sweep you anymore. Like, if it had been last week or the week before, I would have said definitely, but now I'm not too sure.
I completely agree. I think Wisdom's going to get a very much wake up call, and I think we're going to be the first team to break their flawless run.
Ooh, those are some. That's some big praise from you going to the rest of your team. Is there anything else you'd like to say, or anything you'd like to plug before I head back to the recording room to finish this video?
No, I've got nothing else. I'm proud of my guys and everything that we've achieved, and no matter what, I want us to go out, have fun, and play the game that we all do.
I mean, Overwatch is a very fun game as long as you're with the right people. Thanks for being here.
Thank you very much.
Good luck in your game tonight as well.
It's gonna be an interesting one.
I'll head back to the recording room now and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you very much.
So that was an interview with the SBC manager, Blue Hatred. I guess seeing as we went over SBC, we should go over OTW, who is one of the 2 other teams who gave me a reply, I think, unless Hyperflex did. Okay. So, Wisdom and Edinburgh gave me no reply. Sad. So, OTW, I think, did play very well this week. Looked a bit rough around the edges in some places, but not things that won't be fixed given a week. And I asked them the questions. You have a rematch with Geometric after a strong 2 weeks. Do you think this gives you a mental edge as Geo lost their game against Wisdom Academy last week? And then the second question was, after a rocky 3-week start, you seem to be back on track. What has been your key to success? And then me replied that they don't have any mental edge over any team, and that it's the weakest part of their entire team, which I disagree, because coming back from 0-3 to be considered a top tier team in the division, I think that requires a lot of mental fortitude. And then finally he said, the last 2 games we've played worse than we did before. The only reason we got wins is lower tier teams. They got sloppy and beat themselves mentally. Right now they need to focus on prep and beating a team that is at the top. They know they can do it. It depends on which OTW team shows up. Kinda sounds like France and Rugby Union, honestly. So I think OTW really need to ensure on enabling Mello and 360 and who's the other guy? Why have I forgotten? Who's the third one? Me. That's it. Me was literally the one who answered the questions. Jeez. Yeah. Then I guess we'll go over the Edinburgh and Hyperflex game. I'll go over Hyperflex first because I did get a response from them, and holy hell did they, like, from what I saw, Hyperflex looked so much better than they have previously. They took Edinburgh to 5 maps, which is all impressive. These are the questions I asked. You have 3 new acquisitions in Gong, Bishan 53 and Killswitch. This showed massively in your game this week, where you took Edinburgh to 5 maps and nearly reverse swept. Do you think this will help you to continue to impress in your rematch with this week? The second question was, with playoffs rapidly approaching, how are you preparing to make a last second run? And 3, with Chef being your only manager and you only having 2 of the drafted players left, how well do you think these changes have impacted your team and will continue to do so? Ishan and I think it's the mental health coach did respond. Ishan stated that he was happy to get some playing time, and based on conversations with Gong and Killswitch, they felt similarly, and that he thinks the acquisitions helped the team. But the main change in management and coaching is what really pushed them forward. They know that everyone on the team is working really hard and putting in a lot of effort to try and take it to Edinburgh this week. Really, then Chip Skylark, who I believe is their mental health coach, said that they pretty much the exact same thing as Boucher, just in a slightly different order. Like they had Blitz and Nookmar come in for the first week, and that they just joined to make friends and play a game that we all love and get better. Second question, Keishan answered that they think they are just working on building synergy between the players and understanding their play style. I think they think as far as they go forward, they will be able to refine their play and hopefully push into playoffs. The biggest thing for Bishan personally has been just reviewing VODs and working hard in scrims. Not much was commented or from Chip Skylark on that question. And then finally, Bishan thinks that Chef and Briggs have done a fantastic job leading their team, leading Hyperflex the past couple of weeks, and they've really set the tone for the team and are pushing to be better. They also think that everyone on the team is really positive and they have gelled pretty well with one another already. They think that Chef and Blitz's leadership has motivated everyone on the team to work hard and surprise some teams. Lastly, they did a good job of emphasising that although taking 2 maps from Edinburgh was a good first step, they need to keep working harder in order to be taken seriously. And then Chip Skylark said that everyone in Novice has a big ego pretty much. I'm not going to confirm or deny that. And then they'll be surprised when they see how far Hyperflex has come. Edinburgh I didn't get any responses from, but from what I did see, because I didn't watch the full game, they look to be less certain in that game. I think it was especially RTT and Merlin, like in those earlier maps, were less confident on plays, in general looked less comfortable. And then until obviously I forgot the name. Until obviously Jesus Christ. Until Busan, that's the final map they played. Yeah, aside from that, I don't really know what else to say on Edinburgh. My apologies for not watching the match. And then finally, the Geometric versus Wisdom game. 3-1 to Wisdom. I got a couple of answers from 2 people, SD and Israel. No clue what their B tag is. They didn't answer my questions. Well, actually, they did. My apologies. They said, but they go hand in hand. WA motivated them to go quite a bit and are trying new things in scrims and are really confident they can 3-0 or 3-1 OTW. And Israel was supposed to play for OTW last weekend but overslept. And that's all they can say because they're still getting used to the voices. I've got to say, Wisdom don't look as strong as they did at the start of the season. I don't know if that's because the rest of the teams have caught up, or it's just a slightly, or if there's been a couple of arguments inside the starting six and they're trying to resolve them. I have no clue what's going on. Please do not take that out of context. I'm emphasising that I don't know much in the situation, but they do not look as strong as they have done previously. Prediction time, we've got Wisdom versus SBC, and I'm going to go with Wisdom 3, Seattle Battle Tattle 2. Edinburgh Monarchs versus Hyperflex, Edinburgh 3, Hyperflex 1, and OTW versus Geometric, OTW 3, Geometric 1. Thanks for watching the video. Check out Novice. I'll leave something in the description. I'm tired, I don't know what I'm saying. See you all in the next review of the Novice division.